All right, guys, before I get started, today's video is being sponsored by the House of Tempus Vitae and also the Fragrance Decant Boutique. But as always, all opinions are my own.
We are the dollars and cents.
Yeah, so a while back, a friend of mine named Tim Hooks, we've met a couple of times. We've had a couple of swaps in the past, and we've met at a event over at the Scent Room in Dallas. He is a Dallas resident. And he decided to open his own company called the Fragrance Decant Boutique. You guys have probably seen some of my videos with his some of his samples he sent me, and he'll send me over some samples. I did do a couple of videos on his on the Fragrance Decant Boutique. So you guys can link to those down below. He messaged me a while back and decided that he was going to make his own perfumes, his own fragrances, his own like independent house of fragrances, and he has been working on them for a long time now, maybe a year, if not longer. But I remember he did message me a while back talking about them, and now they're finally finished. And I did get my package in the mail today, actually, and I've been really wanting to try these fragrances. There is 3 fragrances. I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible, but I do want to give all the information about these fragrances and like the backstory behind the inspiration for the fragrances and stuff like that. And so I'll try to put all that information with the first impressions in this video. So forgive me if this video is going to be too long, but I do want to show the proper respect to my good friend Tim and to his fragrances, because I know it's not easy to make the fragrances. And there's 3 fragrances here. And stick around to the end of the video, guys, because I am going to be giving away 3 samples. He did include 3 2 ml samples of the fragrances, and I will be giving those away. So stick around at the end of the video, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that giveaway then. But I'm going to start with showing you guys just the quick. These are all individually wrapped in plastic, which is very cool. Again, I'll get to the names and everything and the artwork here in a minute, but they do come individually wrapped in plastic. So I'm going to edit this out, but I'm going to take these out of the plastic now. I just want to show you guys that they were wrapped in cellophane. Whew. Okay, so those are very, very well sealed in the cellophane. So I will say good job on that, because those took me a little bit to get off with my fingernails. But we're going to start, and like I said, I'm going to give the inspiration behind the fragrance. The story of the fragrance is on the back of the box, but I'll start by showing you guys this artwork. I was very impressed by the artwork of these particular fragrances. We're going to start with Carpe Diem, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the front of the box here just for a second. But look at this beautiful artwork. I love this old school look to this. I don't know how you call this, like what type of art you call this, but it just kind of reminds me of like those old school, like I don't know, like biblical times, or like, like just very old school paintings. We'll go ahead and pop the cap on this. Oh, there's some nice artwork on the inside as well. This is my first time looking at these, so you guys are getting the first look at these just like I am. And there's actually artwork on the inside, which is very, very, very cool. Super impressed by the packaging so far. Here is the bottle. The label on the bottle is pretty plain compared to the box, but it has a name on there. Has a nice matte finish. Also, the box has a nice rubbery matte finish as well. Do really like the box. That's especially my favorite part, if you guys couldn't tell already. But here is the atomizer. We have a gold atomizer. Gold, it's like thin metal on the outside, plastic on the inside. Pretty basic bottle. Nothing too fancy going on with the bottle, but I do like the simplicity of it. So I'll go ahead and read you guys a little bit of information about Carpe Diem, which we all know is, I think it means seize the day, correct? I'm not really sure if that's in Latin or if that's in French, but I think it might be Latin, but it does mean seize the day. And I will be telling you guys the other ones what they mean as well. But so Carpe Diem was inspired by a love and fascination with venerable concert halls and well-archived libraries with wooden shelves containing mankind's chronicled history and tales of times long forgotten. A glowingly resinous chiffre endowed with a tender floral heart, composed in golden hues of linen, jasmine, and marigold. Carpe Diem is imbued with delicately animalic undertones, smoldering embers by candlelight. So that is some information there, but I am going to get to the notes. So Carpe Diem is a radiant woody chiffre fragrance. The nose behind all 3 fragrances is Kyle Mott Cannonberg, and they're all extrait de parfum concentrations, and they're also all unisex fragrances. So the notes for Carpe Diem, we have bergamot, pink pepper, linden blossom, jasmine, marigold, sandalwood, oak moss, patchouli, and labdanum. And I'll get you more information on how much they cost and all that stuff here at the end of the video, and I will link everything down below. So here is Carpe Diem from the house of Tempus Vitae. So here we go. A couple sprays. Okay. Okay. Wow, very, very, very sharp. I'm getting a lot of the bergamot. I'm getting a lot of the pink pepper. Very floral. It's also very green. Yeah, so this does remind me a little bit of Hubagant's Fougère Royale. And it also reminds me of Mr. Smelly, Dan Naughton Gravitas. I think that was his first fragrance that he put out. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that. So it has a little bit of that feel going on with it. I'm not going to say it's exactly like those. This one actually has a lot more warmth to it, a lot more depth to it. I do like how this is actually like warm, spicy. So think of, if you guys have tried Fougère Royale, think of sort of that opening, but it's getting very warm and spicy, very sharp, very woody. Yeah, I definitely like this fragrance because I do like that. I did like Dan's fragrance, and I do like the Fougère Royale a lot, actually. And this one right here gives me those vibes, but it's also very warm, spicy as well. Very warm, spicy. I want to say it smells like there's clove in here, or like just some deeper, darker woods. But I didn't read any clove in this. But yeah, it does smell very, very nice. Again, it reminds me of that one. So if you like that fragrance, you're probably going to like this one. So on to the next fragrance. And I'll come back to these here at the end of the video. That way I can give you guys a little dry down. We're going to have Fete de Ombre. And I believe Fete de Ombre is translated to Amber Party, which is actually a really kind of a cool name. I do like the way that sounds, and I'd almost rather it be called Amber Party, but it just sounds cooler, I guess, in French or whatever this is. But look at that artwork there, guys. Has a little guy there. I guess he's at his party. They're all dancing. So Fete de Ombre is a celebration of the hearth, autumnal warmth in any season. This extrait de parfum embodies the Danish quality of cozy conviviality. A fine, smoky single malt is inferred, enveloped in delectable notes of coffee, maple, and spice preserve, peaches. Epicurean pleasures rest upon a beautiful dry base of woods and myrrh tempered with amber. And the notes for this fragrance, we have peach and clove, coffee, maple, pine, myrrh, vetiver, cedarwood, and amber. So this one sounds like it's going to be, it's a fireside hygge. I don't know what hygge means, gourmand. So I'm guessing it's going to be smoky, yeah, maybe smoky and maybe gourmandy. Obviously, it says gourmand there. So let's give this fragrance a first impression. So far, I'm really digging that first. I'm getting wafts of it over here, the Carpe Diem. So I'll let you guys know which one is my favorite at the end. But right now, it's one for one. Let's check out Fete de Ombre. Okay, got my hand a little bit there. Woo. Okay. Okay, these are definitely extrait de parfums. This bad boy is very, very strong. Okay, right now I am getting it's smoky, it's peachy. So I'm getting the coffee note. So a little smoky and a little coffee note in there. I'm getting the sweetness from the peach and the fruitiness. Yeah. This one's really nice. There's some pine in there as well, so it's very piney and green. I mean, this one's all over the place. There is a lot going on with this fragrance. A lot of visuals come to mind when I'm smelling this fragrance. I mean, it smells like I don't know, you're having a cup of coffee, maybe eating some peach cobbler in a cabin. with the fire going, like a fireside going, because it is a little smoky, like smoky campfire, and a little gourmandy. So like that goes back to the peach, and it sort of mixes with that coffee note. But you're like in a forest because you're getting the pine tree, so you're like in a cabin with, and you maybe get some of the pine from the outside. Warm, spicy, sweet. Wow, this is a very good fragrance. I'm trying to think if it reminds me of anything else. So this fragrance does remind me a bit of another fragrance. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I will put a picture of it right here. That one I think has like some coffee and some smokiness and some fig and a couple of other things. This one I think is better in my opinion, because this one has a lot going on with it. The amber is starting to come out in this fragrance now. It wasn't so much there before. Before it was all just that really nice peach opening with the pine and the coffee and the clove. And now that nice, warm, spicy, resinous amber is starting to come to the front, which is really, really nice. And I love amber fragrances. I actually wore Ambre Rousse the other day from Parfums Empire. I think that's the name of the house. And I love that resinous, powdery, almost salty type of amber. You're getting that kind of amber in here. Yeah, this is a very nice fragrance. So far, it's 2 for 2. I don't know which one I'm going to pick as my favorite, honestly. We're going to have to check with the third one. Luckily, there's only 3 because I could be here all night if there was like 5 or 6. But this fragrance is very, very well-rounded. It does have a experience. I told you, a lot of visuals came to mind with this one. When you, especially when you look at the picture that I posted a second ago that had the whiskey glass with like the chestnuts sitting by a fire. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's what I'm getting. But I got more coffee next to a fire, and they have the little pine cone there. But yeah, this is a really nice fragrance, guys. They're not skimping on the quality here. This is very, very, very high quality, very, very strong. You go straight to the notes. There's no alcohol punch, not like that. You're going straight to the notes. Very, very nice. And last but not least, we do have Elixir de Vie or Elixir de Vie. I'm not really sure. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Nice little picture there. This is translated to Elixir of Life. So that's a very nice name there. Again, it's going back to the last one. I don't know which name I like better, the French version or the actual English version, because Elixir of Life sounds very, very cool. And again, they do have artwork on the inside. This time we do get a man's face there. Again, Tim, fantastic job with the artwork here. This is a fantastic job. 10 for 10 when it comes to 10 out of 10 when it comes to the artwork on here. The bottles are very plain, but honestly, I don't care. The boxes are a fantastic focal point for these fragrances. Elixir de Vie marries refinement to the energy of fresh air pursuits in a whole new light. Softly tonic fragrance, which doesn't fade. Its invigorating accents of yuzu and lemongrass pave a path to white flower murmurs, prolonged by lemony incense elemi and a gentle touch of pine. An effortlessly elegant scent devoid of sharp edges. Elixir de Vie is an anomaly. Fully rounded and fresh. Sorry, guys. These letters are very small on the back there, but it's kind of supposed to be easy just to read it. But all right, so here's the bottle for Elixir de Vie. This fragrance is considered a buoyant citrus aromatic. Again, I don't know what buoyant means. Buoyant. The notes are yuzu, orange, grapefruit, and lemongrass, white florals, pine, and elemi. So this one's going to be fresh for sure. Citrusy. We will see. Citrus aromatic. A couple sprays here. Guessing this one's going to be best for the summer. We'll see. All right. Okay, wow. Very, very strong citrus. Very, very, very fresh. It's green. It's very, very fresh. Very, very sharp. Very sharp citrus. I'm getting all of the yuzu, all of the orange, all of the grapefruit. That lemongrass is giving it that green, citrusy bite. The white florals are there, but it's not overtaking it. It's just a lot of citruses right now. It is the opening. The pine is creeping in, but it's not fully there yet. Yeah. Very, very fresh fragrance. The white florals in this give it a bit more of a unisex feel, but right now it's right down the middle. But this one, I would gonna have to go back and look at these again and actually pick which ones if they, you know, where they lean more left or right on the unisex scale. This right now is down the middle. Now this doesn't specifically remind me of anything specific, but it does smell like a lot of openings I've tried before. But it is very fresh. If this fragrance has staying power, which in the description it says it does, then you're going to be in for a treat. We all know in FragComm that citrus woody fragrances, citrus aromatics don't typically last very long. Sometimes they do, but a lot of times they don't. I'm guessing with an Elixir de Parfum that this fragrance is going to last. And if it does, then you're going to be in for a treat because this is a very, very fresh. I mean, it's very, very sharp, super sharp. I mean, I'm gonna wear this one on a very, very hot day. Yes, that will probably help out with any kind of, if there is any longevity issues with this one, it's not going to in the heat of Texas. I can tell you that. This is a very crisp. I'm picturing white linens, just very white, like a white shirt, a white linen shirt on a hot day, wearing some khaki shorts, like in some flip flops or something. Very, very fresh. A little of the dated feel with the white florals, or I'm not sure if that's what's giving it that. Maybe it's the pine. But nonetheless, I've smelled other fragrances that are similar to this, so this isn't really blowing my socks off, but it's really good. The quality is there. It smells fantastic. But right now, I'm going to say this probably is going to be best at spot number 3. It's really going to be between the first two, which one I like the most. And right now, I know which one I'm sort of leaning to because the first one, which was the Carpe Diem, again, sort of remind me a little bit of, ooh, yeah. Give me a second now, guys, because it's still citrusy from the bergamot. It's spicy from the pink pepper. But I believe this is the sandalwood that's really, really a big player in this one. It's very like woody and creamy and warm, spicy. Yeah, I'm really getting a lot of that sandalwood note, but it's almost like an animalic sandalwood. It's sharp and it's a little bit animalic. It's spicy, it's woody, it's creamy. Okay, so I will say, because this one did remind me, like I said, it sort of reminded me a little bit of the Fougere Royale, that opening, and also Dan's fragrance. Right now, on the record, this one's better than those two. Sorry, Dan. Sorry, Hubagant. This one has that similar classic opening, but the dry down in this is fantastic. This sandalwood note is something I haven't smelled in a long time, and this is great. It's going to be really close between Carpe Diem and the Fete d'Ambre. So we're going to go back to that one. Okay. Again, this is another banger here. Now, the amber note has really come out in this one. Like I mentioned, Amber Rousse, if you guys are familiar with that fragrance, it does have a salty, warm, spicy, resinous amber. This one has that same type of amber, but this one still has the fruity notes mixed into it. This one still has the the pine note, the smoke. You can still get a little bit of that peach. You still get a little bit of the clove, a little bit of the coffee. Wow. Yeah. Honestly, it might be a tie between. Now I need to go back to the Elixir de Vie, but right now it might be a tie between the Fete d'Ambre and the Carpe Diem, because those are both fantastic fragrances. All three of these remind me of fragrances here and there that I've tried. But those two right there stand out the most out of all three of these. Let's go back to the Elixir de Vie or de Vie. Yeah. Nice fragrance. For a split second, sort of reminds me a little bit, again, not saying it smells like it, quickly reminding me of something that sort of reminded me of Silver Mountain Water. But there's none of the same notes. There's no black currant and none of that stuff in there. But so again, this one it's gonna have to almost be a tie between Fete de Ombre and Carpe Diem. They're two fantastic fragrances. I think the Fete de Ombre will be perfect in the wintertime. Right around this time, I'm probably gonna wear this one when it gets, because I live in Texas. It's like 70 degrees right now, which is crazy. But I will wear this one when it's cold, when it gets like 30 degrees, and it's like maybe the night that I go watch Christmas lights, and if it's cold out, and listen to Christmas music, this is the fragrance I'm going to wear that evening. Carpe Diem. This is a gentlemanly fragrance. This smells so good. I mean, especially with that opening, that classic, that classical citrusy old school feel with this creamy woody dry down. It's just something special. Guys, you guys are going to be so happy with these fragrances. So right now, I'm going to say the first two are going to be a tie. I hate to be that guy and say that. Maybe the slight edge to, I don't know. The experience, the Fete de Ombre has that experience. I told you, the visuals, the log cabin with the wood, with the fireplace going, with the pine trees and the coffee and the peach cobbler. That might give that one the number one spot. Because it has all that. It has the good smell, has the good fragrance, but it also has the visual aid as well, the visuals with it, as this one just really smells good. So if you guys really want me to place them, I'm going to say the Fete de Ombre is going to be number one, my number one. The Carpe Diem is going to be two, even though they're super close. And the Elixir de Vie is going to be number three, even though this is a fantastic fragrance in its own right. Going to smell awesome in the summer. If you guys are big fans of citrus fragrances, I tend to lean towards more of the, like these two, more of the warmer, spicier fragrances. But I love citrus fragrances. So if you love fragrances like Xerjoff Neo or any of those type of fragrances that are just super sharp and citrusy with a little bit of white floral, this doesn't smell like Neroli Portofino. This doesn't smell. This maybe closer to a Acqua di Parma type, but even then, they have their own sort of DNA going. This one here has a little bit of that, but it's more of a maybe even older school citrusy. This one I think leans more feminine. And I said I was going to tell you guys that here. I will say that the Carpe Diem, my opinion, leans more masculine with that dry down of the sandalwood. And the Fete de Ombre, more masculine. So this one's going to be the most feminine out of all three. Again, this is just my opinions. Guys, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will link all any videos I had of Fragrance Decant Boutique down in the description below, guys. But now it's the time for the giveaway. Yes, Tim from Fragrance Decant Boutique did give me 3 samples, one of each, 2 ml samples to give away to one lucky subscriber. I'm going to go ahead and just say, to keep it short and sweet, keep it easy for everyone, just give me your scent of the day down in the comments below. Just tell me your scent of the day, and I'm going to use a random YouTube comment picker, and it will pick the winner at random, and I will notify you in the comments. So do not, or turn your notifications on if you don't already, because that's how I'm going to get in touch with one of you fine folks out there who win these fragrances. I will pick the winner on Saturday, December 10th, which is going to be a few days from now, so you guys have time to go ahead and leave your scent of the day. Please just put in one time. Okay, just one scent of the day. Don't put in multiples because I will delete. There's more than one. If you guys don't respond within 3 days, I'm going to pick another winner. Sorry to be that guy, but I can't, I have to give them away, you know. So thank you so much to Tim over at Fragrance Decant Boutique for hooking me up with these fragrances. And yes, these are fantastic. I do have to give one last shout out to these fragrances. I'm so thankful for them for sending me these. Thank you so much, Tim. These are fantastic fragrances. I'm just, very honored to have them in my collection. I'm going to definitely cherish these and keep these. And I will give you guys the links and everything down below. I will quickly say that these fragrances come in 3 sizes. You did see the 2 ml sample there. These are the 15 ml, and they do come in a 50 ml. So if you guys end up falling in love with any of these and you want to get a bigger size, please feel free to grab those. But again, I'll leave the website down in the description below. The 2 ml goes for $10. 15 ml is $55, and the 50 ml is $135. You can get a 15 ml discovery set for $145. That has all 3 15 mils, and then you have the 2 ml sample set of all 3 for $25. If you guys don't win these, but you want to try them, link will be in the description below, guys. Check these out. They are fantastic fragrances. I'm not just saying that because he's my buddy. Tim, I love you. Thank you so much for sharing your fragrances out there. And again, he's from Dallas. He's a Texas guy. So support local businesses, support Texas businesses. Get out there and try these fragrances, guys. But thank you guys so much for watching the video on my channel. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impressions videos and first city content just like this, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find first edit photos and future contest winners. And as always, till next video, you guys take care. Thanks.